What's going on, guys? Welcome to today's video. Today's video is actually going to be a video for beginner lifters, and by beginner I mean both lifters that have had little to absolutely no time in the gym, or they're just starting out, or maybe lifters that maybe have spent a little bit of time in the gym but maybe their numbers are still within a kind of beginner stage. And the whole purpose of this video is I just want to kind of clear up a few things. Now, firstly, what I want to talk about is keeping your lifting simple and as enjoyable as possible. Now, obviously, me, for example, I am a competitive powerlifter on a world stage, and every single kilogram that I can add will count massively. The difference between being world champ and being second place literally can be half a kilogram. Now, that means that I am going to have to perform the movements in the absolute strongest position and the most efficient way possible. Now, that may mean, for example, on bench press, the required tightness on bench press isn't necessarily very comfortable, or I would use a low bar position on my squats at the high bar position, or in deadlifts I pick the stance that is the absolute strongest for me. Mine is conventional, it could be sumo. But that is because my whole goal and purpose is obviously to improve and get better as an individual, but it is also to add as much kilograms as possible to my total so that I can win a world championship. So that matters. Whereas if you're a beginner lifter, what I'm going to suggest to you is don't get too caught up in should a high bar squat or should a low bar squat, what will be stronger? Should I do conventional or should I do sumo, what's stronger? Should I do wide grip bench press or close grip bench press? What's going to be stronger? And I wouldn't necessarily get too caught up in that and worried about that. And what I would suggest for you is to simply do perform the movements in the most comfortable and enjoyable way possible. Now, yes, I'm not saying that as you progress to maybe a more of an advanced or an elite status, that maybe performing movements might not necessarily be as comfortable, because I still believe that if you're setting up properly in bench press, it's not a very comfortable position. But to start off with, I would recommend just finding a position that is comfortable for you. So if you find high bar the most comfortable and enjoyable way to squat, do that. If you find a slightly lower bar position more comfortable and enjoyable, do that. If you prefer doing sumos and it's more comfortable, do that. If you enjoy doing conventional and it's more comfortable, do that. Same with bench press, just find a grip that feels comfortable and allows you to perform the movement safely and efficiently. And that you enjoy the most. And what you need to understand and realise is that it is going to take a long time to get strong. And now, quite frankly, if you could squat 3 plates, deadlift over 3 plates and bench 2 plates, that is strong. You are way stronger than 99% of the human population. But if we're talking about properly strong, like what on a powerlifting platform would be very competitive at maybe a national stage, it is going to take years and years and years, and you're going to have to commit a lot to get there, and it's going to take a long time. And to get that long time, you're going to have to enjoy what you're doing. So don't get too caught up in what necessarily is the absolute strongest way to perform a movement, and more just get caught up in what's comfortable, what's safe, and what's efficient, and do that. Now, if, for example, you find high bar more comfortable, you're more confident with it, and you enjoy a little bit more, do that. Will low bar be stronger? Potentially. Now, I don't believe that every single athlete in the whole entire world is going to be stronger low bar. I think the majority probably will, due to a few things. Due to the moment arm between your hips and the bar being a little bit shorter, due to the range of motion maybe being a little bit less, and things that more mechanics, but it's not necessarily for every single person in the world. It just doesn't work like that. And more just get focused on, see, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you do high bar, even if you maybe potentially could be a little bit stronger low bar, you can still get much stronger high bar, and you can still get very strong at high bar, and I'm just using that as an example. So the whole premise of this video is literally Do what's comfortable, do what's safe, and allows you to perform the movement efficiently and appropriately. And just do what you enjoy. Don't get too caught up in the mechanics of everything and get stressed and worried about what's going to give you maybe an extra 2.5 or 5 kilos immediately. Don't get too caught up in that. Just enjoy yourself, go in and do it for the long term. And maybe 2 years down the line, when you have gained quite a considerable amount of strength on the movements you're enjoying, then you can look at maybe going, do you know what, I want to be more competitive and whatnot. And by doing so, I'm going to start looking at maybe performing movements that are going to are having bar positions and changing my technique to allow me to be the most strongest and efficient athlete possible, and that's what I'm going to find most enjoyable. But quite frankly, most of the people watching this video and most beginners don't have that mindset, and that's completely fine. If anything, that's probably a little bit better than having a mindset where you want to be world champion, because you're probably going to enjoy stuff a little bit more. In my opinion, I feel that a lot of people that get really obsessed with becoming the best they can be in the world champion, they tend to almost sometimes detract a little bit fun of it, because they don't allow themselves to have fun because they're not where they want to be. I know I sure as hell fall into that trap way more than I'd like to talk about. But yeah, I hope this video could help you. I hope you could take something from it. If you're a beginner lifter, don't get too caught up in stuff. Don't get too caught up on high bar or low bar. Just do what you prefer, do what's more comfortable, do what's safer, and just do what's going to keep you in the gym longer. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope this video could help you. If you can, please like this video. If you're new to the channel and you like what you see, please subscribe, and I'll speak to all of you guys next time.